Welcome everyone to Apexpayman. Today I'll show you how I did 18.1 restoration on this Friday, on this crazy slow market. Or I could have just left my trade and do a 50.1, but we all know in trading there's no if, but, or I should have. So bear in mind, buckle up, get your popcorn ready, and you'll be ready for a show. So watch this. All week we saw that the market in the XAU instrument, we were selling, buying, selling, so we're consolidating in a range of price where we have a lot of buy area here and we have quite a lot sell area as well as here. Okay, now you could literally be a newbie and buy here, sell here, but this is not why you guys are on my channel. We're gonna go a little bit more on details and just to show you how you could have gone into the entry approximately the same as mine, or a little bit later. It's okay if you miss a trade, there's always another one. So it's like girls, man, like if you miss a train, there's always the next stop that coming up, so it's okay, life is good. Now we saw the market on Thursday went all the way back down here, and then stalled around 95.13, went back up, catch a few pips on a bullish side. On the liquidity zone for the sell area, we went and touched perfectly the 25.26. Once we touch this, we know we are in a sell zone area. Now again, timing's off. We're around 5 a.m. I don't know for you, but not everyone is awake at that time. I was, because that is my routine, but I'm not in the front of the screen, so I'm not gonna go up from my bed and go directly to the screen. I have a life, okay? I have some routines to do before it, and around 6:37 I was in front of the screen. So around this area I saw a huge sell, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I sometimes take my phone, I wake up, I watch the chart, and I think it was around the time I was taking my coffee mindfully outside, I saw the sell area. I was like, fuck, did I miss it? But no, that was beautiful. Bounced back on this 100 moving average. So we had a support area right there. Here. Went all the way back up to our wish zone. Now we have potentially another area to come in. And this is where I came in. So bear in mind, like I said, there's always another trade. Never rush it. Keep your calm, keep your cool, and know that your confidence should come to the fact that even if you miss a trade, even if you lose a trade, there is always going to be another trade. So relax. I did relaxed, waited. So that was around the peak of liquidity. So New York session open, jot another fib right there. I had a support area right here. I mean, it's obviously a bit lower right there. That was my support resistance area. But most importantly, I had my fib, the 78.60. So what I had was a sell order just like that, okay? And literally on top of this wick right there, so I had a 16. So initially I had a 16 pips of stop loss right there. So that was in the middle of this wick and this one right there. So yeah, around 15, 16, whatnot. Then my take profit area was quite simple. Initially, I was going for 25.07, but I was open for many scenarios. Okay, so now we have a confluence of the minus 61 and we have the confluence of minus 27. So we have two confluences and we have a zone of market structure that it could potentially bounce off. So that is one that I would have leave here. This for me is acceptable. It's a lot. I mean, if you would have won bullish, this is around a 88.60. And bear in mind, we don't have a clear market direction, especially during this week, right before everyone gets to the office. It's pretty calm. Bots are trading quants and whatnot. So it's a sort of market that you do not want to enter, but if you have a little bit more experience, especially for us, me and my partners and the team that we've built, we are solely trading XAU because I believe in mastery and being good at one thing. There's a good book on that, you should read it. It's called The One Thing. There, so that was a 11 to 1, which was quite significant. The moment it went all the way down here, when I saw this bearish candlestick, that was after the news, went all the way down bearish, and on that note, I took my stop loss, put it 5 pips right above it, and then it turned to 31 to 1. But here's my mistake. There's another zone here, important one, that we don't know if it could have just bounced up and go all the way back up and played in range. It's Friday the 31st, and not the 31st, but I mean the last open day of the market before the month close. So I think it was the 29th. It was the 29th of August. This market could have just done that, play, and just play. So it could have just played around this, zone. I didn't want it to be entangled in that play, so I was meticulously looking at it. So what happened? We saw the first bounce here, the second one. The moment I saw that we're not getting close to the minus 27.20, I was like, you know what, fuck it. So I closed it around 90 pips ish, around I think 14th, something like that. But bear in mind, the beauty of this trading industry is that this trade, even if I closed it around 90 pips, I was still 18 to 1. Trading comes so naturally at a certain point. You flow with the market, and you're not too meticulous when it comes to your percentage, how much pips that I did. You don't really count your performance, and especially when you're starting to be profitable consistently, you just flow. If you're a good boxer or basketball player, you just play, and eventually it'll pay off. And just as I'm doing this video, I just realized it's an 18.1. Not only this, that was the reason why I did this video is if I would have left that trade all the way down here, it would have been a 31.24. But look at what happened afterward. It went all the way down here on the other structure of when I said in the beginning, a zone of liquidity where there was a lot of buy area. If we would have left it all the way down here, that would have been a world record Guinness. How much? 53.8 to 1. This trade would have been impeccable. But then again, in trading, there's no if or but or it should have been. It's just a good reminder for me that next time, whenever I see a pattern like this and when I have the chance to do a beautiful trade, believe it or not, I'm going to leave it all the way down to that area, no matter the market condition, because for me, it's not more about making pips or money. It becomes a question of milestones and makes some incredible trades. It's just a beautiful track record to your portfolio. So let me give you guys another last tip, just before I leave you. Now, we have a second position. Let's just say how I could have entered to the third position. We're going to go on a 5-minute time frame. So now we see another zone of liquidity. The moment I got out, like right there, it was good. It was respectful, because then we had another news around 10:30-ish. I didn't want to be entangled in the turbulence. So I said, you know what? Goodbye. It is what it is. I had my breakfast, had a good day, and had a great week as well. So I'm pretty content on my trade. But let's just say I wanted to have another opportunity to entry. We went back all the way up toward 25.19. So watch this. Just as I'm seeing this chart, I can literally see that this is a place where bots are doing their play. Okay, and what do I mean by this? And go to 50-minute time frame. Okay, we're gonna take our fib channel here. And jot this like this. Boom, there you go. As I was saying, now that you know where to draw it properly, you could see that was the perfect zone of resistance, which you could have had another entry. So you could have gone similar to that from stop loss, you could have put it right on top of this high here, and you could have just gone to, like I said, lower. So the 25.07 was initially the target, so right there. That could have been your second entry. You're also on top of moving averages. You have the last high, so right there, here did a low and then a last high and then a low and never break it. I mean, you could have leave it also here. It could have give you an impressive risk to ratio. So you could just be a little bit less aggressive, leave your stop loss here or here in your preferences. If you had a little bit more skills, you could have left it here or here. Anyway, that was a fun trade. Was a great week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, any comment, any suggestion, you can just write it down below. On this note, I hope all of you guys will do a lot of pips. God bless. I see you soon. Take care. Cheers.